For a lot of players, a lot of new players especially, deciding on what hero you want to go for next is a big factor in this game. It's actually quite huge. It's actually probably one of the most important decisions you will make, simply because once you've chosen your hero, it's going to take a while before you can get your next one. Now, the idea is you do want to collect them all. In this video, I'm going to be going through every single hero, explaining what their features are and how it's a pro and how it's a con, as well as deciding which one I'm going to choose moving forward. Let's begin with the most popular, which is Alrick. The reason why most players pick Alrick, the biggest pro, is his feature that an enemy march to Alrick City takes at least 4 hours without speed ups. Basically, it means that if a player decides to attack you and you've got Alrick active, the time it takes for them to march to you is 4 hours. Now, the maximum speed ups you can use is 5. So if they choose to speed up the march 5 times, that still allows you a 7-minute window for you to prep before they arrive. So you can do so much in 7 minutes. You can evacuate your city, send your troops to a nearby fort, or you can press all of your bonuses and get your army ready. 7 minutes is quite a lot of time to prep for the attack or the incoming attack. Not only that, you can use that time to see where the enemy's coming from. Is it a portal? You might be able to close the portal before they get to your city, or if they're coming from their own city, you'll be able to see where they're coming from. It's just such a bonus to have Alrick. However, the only con into having Alrick as your active hero is, of course, you're not going to be using the benefits of all the other heroes, which then brings me on to other heroes. Like the next most popular is Ayrin. Ayrin has the ability to have marches that are not limited to time. They're not time limited. So you can send her and away she goes at the speed of 1,000 gazelles. And you can also send marches to other kingdoms, which for people that play Clash of the Kingdoms or just want to go and explore other kingdoms, having Ayrin allows you that. You don't have to use portals, which is another benefit. The only con I see with having Ayrin is, again, you don't get to use the other features of other heroes. The next one you might want to consider is Thaddeus. Thaddeus has a 25% bonus to leadership. This is important if you're looking at increasing your army. So if you have guardsmen and you want to have more guardsmen, having 25% more delivers more attack power. If you then use the bonus, food consumption down, and the leadership increased, you can see where I'm going with this. You could probably 50% your army, if not more. Let's actually take a look at where that is. Let's see what you can actually get right here. So yeah, if you were to purchase a buff, look, minus 80% plus the 25%. So you can have double the size army if you want massive marches. If you're looking to really smash this and get through it, if you're going to spend that amount of money, I imagine that you're really committed to really increasing your account and doing what you've got to do. So you can see where Thaddeus would become very, very popular with some players. And I think he's probably going to be more popular with more experienced players once they get to certain levels in the game. The next then would be, apologies for pronunciation of their names, but Matemhain. What his feature is 200% to your engineer's strength and health, and its delay for rebuilding walls is reduced to 30 seconds. So what does that mean? Right, the first part, the 200% to your engineer's strength and health, anytime that you use engineers like your catapults and siege engines, it will increase them 200% strength and health. So you're going to be going up against other players' walls or cities and just smashing them, citadels, smashing them. But the delay for rebuilding walls is reduced to 30 seconds, which is awesome because if a player attacks you and demolishes your walls, for most players, it takes a while to have to rebuild those walls. But with Matemhain, you can do that within 30 seconds. Not only that, the walls, strength and health are increased by 200%. So I believe having this hero active during player versus player tournaments, kingdom versus kingdom tournaments, is a good shout. Is really a good shout. But the only con, of course, is you're not going to get the benefits if you had Alrick or if you had Ayrin. So there's that. The next one is Haemon. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Haemon or Haemon. Basically, in Haemon City, clans bonuses are twice as effective. This is huge. The reason I say that is because when you go to the bonuses and click on clan bonuses, you can see what is active. Right now in my clan, we have army strength, troop training speed, construction speed, and research speed. And you can see all the percentages there. Troop training speed is 100%. Now, if I was to have Haemon as my hero, feature-wise, twice as effective. So that's a 200% increase in troop training speed. That's massive, especially if you've got Helen on board as well, and the Burning Crown, which I've done in a previous video, which I'll tag for you. Massive increase in troop training speed. You'll be developing troops like nothing. Plus army strength would be 50%, construction speed 50%, research speed 50%. And if you've got all of the right captains available, like for your building, Aurora and Farhad for your research, give them all the right equipment, gems, and the right enchantments, it's going to make things a lot faster and a lot cheaper for you to do. The only cons, of course, he is not a fighting hero. So if you're looking at doing player versus player, kingdom versus kingdom, or anything like that, he's not the type that you're going to send to war. But speaking of that, this is Meriones. I don't know how you pronounce that. His feature is increased stats from a full set of Meriones equipment by 1.5 times while in battle. This is huge because players that invest a lot in equipment for their hero, so we'll go to the forge, go to crafting equipment. If you invest a lot in Warrior of Ragnarok equipment or Emperor's Wrath equipment, these two equipments are boost for your army and strength against epic monsters, especially against epic monsters. If you have that hero and he's got a full set, and it has to be a full set of all this equipment, it is increased by 1.5%. Sorry, equipment by 1.5 times while in battle. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it's a lot. If you have golden equipment, like if you make it to the top level and you've got golden equipment and it's all the same set, so if we go back to that equipment and we see it's at 210%, 1.5 times of 210, let's take a look, times 1.5, 315. That's a huge increase. So it's definitely worth considering if you're that way inclined. And again, all of these heroes are definitely made to cater to different styles of play. And that's what I love about this game. It's the variety. Once you establish your play style as a player, choosing your hero to match that play style is where you're going to win the game. Okay, so on to the next one then. Faron. His feature is Grey Eminence title plus 900% bonus to delegates. So what does that mean? I can only see this as working for somebody who's wanting to become king of the kingdom. Players know that when you're in a kingdom, you do nominate a king and you do have to earn the votes from other players to be nominated as king. If you have Faron, what that does is it gives you a 900% bonus to people who vote for you. So if you get a vote, it gives a 900% bonus to that vote. That's what I've read online. So that's the only reason why anyone would choose Faron, is if they are wanting to become king and they want to get those votes. Here is a very popular choice, especially for new players, Thelensia. Thelensia is an amazing hero if you are a new player, because every 20 hours, Thelensia receives one of the gifts from her lovers. And if I click on the link that show you the gifts, if we look at a player from level 1 to level 49, what you'll see here is she gets mercenaries, she gets siege engine building, scouts, VIP, march speed, speed ups, portals, health, strength, resources, gold, silver, and tar. It makes sense for a new player especially to choose Thelensia because it will give them an income stream of gifts which will help level them up faster. But I also want to speak about another popular choice for new players, which is Nectarius. In my other account, which I started before this account, I chose Nectarius as a new player. And the reason why I chose him was because I found that the revival cost of my army was costing me loads, especially while I was in the process of trying to find a good clan. Nectarius is also a good option for new players, is because the sacred potion production per hour is plus 250. And the maximum sacred potion production capacity is 1,500. Now, if you have Nectarius active, go to your temple, you can see what depending on the level of the temple, it's producing per hour. So you add that on top of his benefits. And then, of course, if you go into the research, go to economy. No, I don't think it's economy. Yeah, it is economy. Sacred potion. You can boost that. I may as well upgrade that while I'm here. Yeah, so sacred potion production within the research will also add to that. So if I click on that, let's see how much we're getting. So sacred potion production per hour. Once I get to level 10, it's plus 10. And yeah, as you can see, per hour, the more that you do that, you'll be getting sacred potion 300 per hour. And obviously in 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day times, like say 300, you're getting 7,200. However, Nectarius can only give you 1,500 of that. Because once he gets to his cap, there's no more. He can't produce no more. But that is another option of a hero as to why new players would choose him. The next one in line then, apologies for pronunciation, is Svyatogor. His feature is 50% to strength and health of your troops under the command of Svyatogor without any captains. Basically, it means he alone goes to war, and when he does, he gets 50% strength and health of troops. If you're attacking another player and you're attacking with your hero and you're using him, add in all your bonuses, army strength plus 25%, health plus 25%, then you're getting an extra 75%. I did explain in the Ragnarok hack video, if you haven't seen that, I'll link it for you, that stacking bonuses doesn't actually work. However, when you do use a hero like Svyatogor, you can put the bonuses on and it doesn't affect his bonus because it's two separate things. So this is a huge bonus. I've seen a new player use Svyatogor in my previous clan, in a previous kingdom, once upon a time. He absolutely smashed it with this hero. He was going and killing everything with this hero. He leveled up so fast. However, you want to keep your hero level about 50% of your highest captain level. So if I show you, for example, A-Day, and I show you Cleopatra, like my two biggest fighting troops, you can see here I'm building these up to be at least trying to get them to double what my hero is. And the reason why you do that is because the game sets the difficulty level on some of the tournaments to your hero's level, not your captain's level. So it's something to be mindful of if you choose Svyatogor and absolutely smash it with him, which you can. Just be mindful that you do want to try and keep your captains double his score as well. So on to the next one then, which is Ryjong. Quite a cool name, Ryjong. March speed of your troops, hero and captains is doubled. So basically you will get there twice as fast, which is awesome, especially if you're wanting to kill a lot of people in a short space of time and you don't have time to waste, or if you don't have any speed ups available, or you want to reduce the amount of speed ups you use. So imagine you have Ryjong as your hero, you go to the bonuses and you use the March speed bonus, which will increase it by 50%. What's that speed up then? So it's 50%, that's one. Add another, add him, which is another. So you're using 2 less March speed ups by having Ryjong as your hero. On to the next one then, which is Guan Yu. His feature is if you and an opposing player both have equal initiative in a battle, you land the first blow if you do not have allies taking part in the fight, which basically means if it's a one-on-one fight, you versus someone else, no one else is involved. If you have equal initiative, which you will, because this is the way the game is set up, you will land the first blow, which sometimes defines the win. If they've got their highest troops ready to go with the highest health and you kill them off, they can't attack with those troops. So you're basically getting the competitive edge, the advantage of taking out their most valuable troop types or their most hard-hitting troop types before they get to land that blow. And sometimes that can be the difference between winning and losing the battle. Then we have Yamato. When he scouts a city successfully, Yamato kills the city owner's hero, who cannot subsequently be revived for 20 minutes. So what does that mean? On surface level, it speaks for itself. You send him as the scout, he'll kill the hero. This is the bonus part. When you're attacking a player who has invested a lot of time and effort and energy into their equipment for their hero, if their hero is killed off for 20 minutes, there goes their equipment that's attached to that hero. So let's imagine that they have all of their equipment set up on their hero for food production, silver production, city resource production, and you kill them off. Their income stream of resources is depleted for 20 minutes. So they're going to struggle in that time, especially if food production is something that they rely on heavily, because it will put them in the red. Then when Yamato returns, you can send fighting troops to kill them off. They're not going to be able to revive an army with their food in the red because it's going to cost them. That's something to be mindful of if you want to play it tactically that way. So after considering all of the options available, what hero should I choose then? And this is the main reason why I've made this video, because I'm at a crucial moment now where I've got to decide what hero I would like to swap Julia for. Given my style of play at the moment, where I do use a shield bubble often, very, very rare that my shield bubble is down because I'm still growing as a player. You can still see my city at the moment, capital level 26, and I've still got a lot more building to do. If you've seen the post that I put in the community part of the YouTube channel, there was a post that said, moving fast isn't the goal, moving correctly is. And I'm really focusing hard at the moment, budgeting my spending on this game, focusing on my growth gradually, ensuring that I'm doing it step by step. Now, I've already had in mind who I was going to choose. Reason why: my clan provides such good bonuses consistently that it makes perfect sense for a player like me and my play style to choose Haemon, because clan bonuses are twice as effective. So I'm going to click unlock and I'm going to use it. And my avatar has been changed. And now I have Haemon. Oh my God. And I can't believe it. His level is 65. I thought it was going to start from 0 and I'd have to build him up the same way I built up Julia. That's good to know, isn't it, for players? Right. If you haven't seen the Ragnarok hack video, for new players especially, if you're looking at leveling up your troops, you definitely got to check that video out, and I'll pin it for you right now. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.